Hello again. It has been a minute since I have uploaded or created a video. A good while actually. Almost a year, I think. And that's significant. So yeah. Hope everybody has been doing well. I don't think there's a best way to kind of jump back into things. Let me turn off this fan I have here because it's probably blowing into my mic. Possibly. But and you know, there may be some imperfections here, sound quality, who knows. But we're doing our best. But yeah. Just wanted to make another video because I felt compelled to. Just because I was, I don't know, experiencing some weird emotions, I guess, or I don't know, there's a good bit to maybe dive into, and I'm gonna try to keep this video relatively short. But you know, usually in a lot of the other videos that I had some sort of a general topic. That's not good that it's raining. But I am not sure I'm gonna have like any sort of topic. There's so many. There are so many things to possibly dive into. The most recent thing that I've been thinking about, by the way, just to, you know, give you context, I have started this, I'm on version 1.1 in Minecraft. I thought it'd be cool to go back a bit. I was trying to play like alpha, beta, and whatnot, but I was playing 1.0, but I think there were some issues. And fun fact, just I'm actually playing on a server that's running off of an AWS EC2 free tier Ubuntu server. So yeah, I'm not gonna dive into that, but I guess the topic that I wanted to, or just something that I wanted to talk about, was how I feel like, for me personally, and I'm sure people possibly struggle with this, is I've noticed that, and it's like with pretty much anybody that I come in contact with. I'm not sure why it is, but I feel like a lot of people are very comfortable with being disrespectful to me. And I'm not sure if that's just possibly people in general, but it's odd. Usually when I'm being social, like I like to crack jokes and be funny, and whatnot. So I don't know if it's attributed to that. Like I'm making myself out to be like a clown or like some sort of a jester archetype, for lack of better words, I guess. But yeah, it just made me reflect. Because there's been like a lot of incidents recently where people have like blatantly just been disrespectful to me, and it doesn't come natural to me to be very rude to people, I guess. I will not say I'm not on any sort of like moral high ground. Like, I'm a human and I'm rude to people sometimes, and you know, I try my best to not be. Just want to get that out the way. I'm not any at all perfect at all. You know, all I'm saying is that something that I've noticed about myself is that I'm not super that's not something that comes easy to me, I guess, like being like disrespectful to people. Like even when people are disrespectful to me, it's, you know, usually I kind of just take it in stride. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure why or what. I'm still kind of looking into. My best guess and my best theory is that one, people in general are just going to be disrespectful to you in life. I think that's just a life thing, right? That's not like anything special to me. Also, I think a big thing is if you don't check it, I guess, like if you don't vocalize like that somebody is or was disrespectful, then they're not gonna, that uncomfortableness that they may feel from you checking them, or you like, I guess, telling them that what they did is disrespectful or calling them out, basically, that's gonna help train their behavior, I guess. It's unfortunate because like you would hope that people, like, I guess around your age or whatnot, or people who are grown up would know better, but that's not always the case. And everybody lives different lives and grows up differently and whatnot, so, you know, there's always that aspect. But yeah, I don't know, it's happened recently to me, or it's happened recently, to me, I guess. And yeah, I'm not a very confrontational person, and I almost feel like you know, in classic, let's say like Disney-esque movies where the protagonist is maybe like a feeble, I don't even know if that's the right word, but just like a kind of skinny, nerdy kid or whatever, and the big like point of the movie is him like being brave against a bully or being brave in general, something like that. And how that compares, or where this connects here, is I think like for me, in my Disney movie, in my life, it's, I think, being confrontational, or, you know, I think being brave but also being confrontational is going to be that for me, I guess. Like, that's going to be my Disney movie thing. You know what I mean? I just kind of have that thought has circulated through my head. I'm like, yep, there's going to come a point where I'm going to be put in a position where, you know, like, I'm going to have to be confrontational, or not have to be, but like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but I just feel like maybe not that, so scratch that, but I think that that's going to be like a big pinnacle learning point for me. That's what I'll say. I'll say that going against the grain, I don't even know if that's the right way to say it, but like, I think that that's going to be like a big thing for me in my life. And everybody has their thing, right? Like, that's my thing. Everybody has their different things that they may overcome. You know, maybe for some people it's social anxiety, so maybe like their big, you know, thing in life, or one of the big things in their life, is maybe getting on a stage and talking in front of people, and they're like scared shitless, but they get through it, and then they're like, you know, I did it, like they conquer it. That's just an example. But I don't know, me going through those scenarios that I was speaking on recently, it just makes me think that I don't know, it just makes me think about that. And that's just one thing. Like I said, there's so many things I can possibly dive into, and I'm about to die here. Hopefully not, but we will get to the food soon. But let me run real quick to grab this food so I don't die. Perfect. I'll live to see another day. So yeah, that's just something that happened to me recently, and yeah. And that's something that's happened to me in my whole life. Like, it's so weird. And like I said, everybody's gonna experience like bullies and shit like that. You know, it's just normal. Everybody's gonna go through that. It sucks, but it's, you know, it's a part of life. People are gonna challenge you, I guess, in that way. Like, they're gonna, you know, people, it's just how people are, unfortunately. Some people, until they learn to be a better people, hopefully. But yeah. And I feel like it's going to be important for me to learn to call out and be confrontational in those situations, because, like, you know, you can't be like a grown man and, excuse me, let people walk all over you, right? Or a grown person in general, like, you know, whatever. Like, you can't be a grown up and, you know, let people walk on you, all over you. That just, you can't do that. I think that's a part of like becoming a confident person, you know. But yeah, just something that I've thought about recently that's happened, and it got me in like a very reflective mood. It got me in a very like I don't know. I feel like when things like that happen, when I am either isolated in some way or someone disrespects me, whatever it is like that, I just get into this like turtle mindset of like, yeah, I don't know. And it sucks because, you know, if you have the ability or the confidence or bravery to be confrontational in those situations, you could potentially improve that person that is being disrespectful. Because one, they may not know that they're being disrespectful, and two, you know, no one may have never challenged them on it or called it out. So if you put them in that uncomfortable situation, it makes them reflect and then become a better person. And I'm very grateful and thankful that I am able to kind of analyze these situations in these ways and not just take them at, you know, face value. Like, when things like this happen, like, I try to think about those variables. Like, this person may have grown up differently than me. This person has most definitely lived a different life than me and whatnot, to, you know, reach this point to where they're at. And that's just the way it is now. Especially, you know, if you are a free, I don't know, free thinking, like if you are free thinking, like you have control over yourself, you're an adult, you know, you would hope that people would, you know, because when you're like a kid, if you're like a toddler, you're still in those learning stages, but it's, I guess, unfortunate to see if you're like a full-fledged adult. And, you know, I guess you're being disrespectful, but I think that's just, you know, some people maybe make the conscious decision to never improve or never really, you know, strive to be a moral person, or, you know, whatnot. But yeah, that's just something that happened to me recently, and it got me in a sort of a thinking mood. It got me thinking about even like making these videos and whatnot, which, you know, I'll acknowledge, like, it's still raining, and let's see, I'll acknowledge that I'm not fully, honestly, comfortable making these videos. It doesn't really feel like me, if that makes sense. Like, this doesn't feel like ultimately like something that I would be about, I guess. It's hard to explain, but from my own perspective on myself, this doesn't match with me. Like, me making these videos, using like Minecraft as a medium. Like, I haven't even been gaming at all recently. I haven't really been playing video games, so playing games in general is odd in a way. And then also, like, you know, I think it's just easy to use Minecraft as a medium to get your thoughts out. It seems that way. You know, there's a lot of these types of videos that are I've seen channels that are kind of doing this format where they speak and they're playing a game to kind of like, you know, have something maybe in the background or whatnot. Who knows? But yeah. And I feel like I wish I had like more wisdom to drop on this subject. I would say that if you're in my position where people maybe disrespect you, maybe you're being bullied, maybe you know, it sucks because I have not yet overcome that obstacle in life and or kind of faced the fear of being confrontational. So I really can't speak from experience, but the best piece of advice I would give is to you know, everybody's gonna have different advice and whatnot, and like take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not perfect, and anything that I say may not be, you know, the best way to handle things. Usually what I do or how I've been handling it is, you know, I kind of deploy that I guess like empathy and perspective. Like I look on the situation, I'm like, you know, this just I kind of maybe like try to analyze the person, like, okay, they maybe grew up in this way and that may be why they think it's okay to be this way. And I think you're, if not being a good friend, you're being a good person by being confrontational back and being like, hey, like that was disrespectful. Like I didn't appreciate you saying that. Even something as simple as that, you know what I mean? And if you say that and then the person's like, what do you mean I wasn't, like if they like, I guess come back with like kind of being defensive maybe, then I don't think it's your job. You've done what you can, right? You've stated, hey, this has bothered me. If they try to be defensive about it and be like, what do you mean? Like I wasn't being mean. Then from there, I feel like you're almost fighting a losing battle. So you know, I don't think there's much else you can do. You can state how it made you feel, and then I would say that if it's possible, you know, just separate yourself from this person or don't hang around them or whatnot. Or if you have to hang around them, minimize the contact that you have with them and whatnot. And yeah, but yeah, that would be, I mean, my advice would be to be brave. You know, my advice would be to do what I struggle to do, I guess, which is confront the person on the behavior. But yeah, yeah, I don't want this to be super long. It's already 18 minutes long here. So, you know, I don't want it to be a super long video. And I hope I post this. I hope I do. Like I said, if I'm being completely honest, like this doesn't feel correct. Like me doing this, me making these videos, it feels like, I don't know, like I don't know. To me, if I'm gonna be honest, like it feels like I could maybe be spending my time better, like by, you know, reading books about ways to improve myself. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, but if nothing else, I like that I can make these videos and post them just as a way to get my thoughts out, you know, and hopefully it helps somebody. Hopefully maybe somebody gains a better perspective on it. Cool. If not, cool. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely want to make it known that I'm no like perfect person, and you know, I definitely take whatever I say. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that my way is the best way, or you know what. I'm purely just kind of talking from my experience and from what I know so far in life, you know? So just want to put that out there. But yeah, that's just something interesting that I've thought about, or that's happened. Like I said, I know it's been a while since I've posted, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be post. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post regularly. You know, I've thought about this channel from time to time. Yeah, and I've seen comments, the notifications for this channel. You know, I've seen comments saying like, hey, you know, where you at? You haven't posted in a while, things like that. So, you know, I guess that's interesting to see. Yeah. Also what's, you know, I guess I'll say this. I think you'd be pressed to find any sort of content creator. I feel like I'm like tooting my own horn, but not really trying to, but I'm just saying, I feel like you'd be pressed to find a content creator on YouTube or anything like that, or people who post videos that will actually speak with a certain level of authenticity, and then also like not edit stuff out and whatnot. I think they exist and they're out there, but they're few and far between. And I would say if this is the only video that you see and you've made it this far, and this is the only video of me that you ever watch, then I would challenge you to always be looking for ways to improve yourself in all aspects. Definitely try to, you know, broaden your like awareness and empathy for others too. You know, it's hard, it's difficult, it sucks, especially when people are mean to you. It's hard when someone's mean to you, especially in the moment. You're probably going to be heated. You're not going to be, you know, thinking rationally, but after you've cooled off or after you kind of settle down, it may be good to kind of analyze the situation and look at, and maybe try to make sense of why that person maybe did what they did. It kind of helps, I think, to do that. But yeah, I won't go on a tangent or whatnot, but yeah, I guess just a quick note about the world. Like I said, I think this is Minecraft 1.1 version came out, I think, in 2011. Super cool, super hip. I need to get to bed though, because it is very late and I need to be better about sleep. I feel rushed. Yeah. What's funny is that I play, so one of those, like, me getting I guess disrespected, that happened today, and I actually, after that had happened, I had a short period of time to play on the world, or on this world, and I remember making this sign saying I feel rushed, because I did feel rushed at the time, just because I had responsibilities to take care of and whatnot. So that's why I put that there. I know it's super random. I don't know. I just felt like, you know, I'm gonna put a fucking sign right there that says how I feel. So there you go. But yeah, yeah. Hope you have a good one. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Yeah. If let me. I was gonna try to execute this in a perfect way. Let's see. Oh yeah. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.